Hey everyone, this is the Randoms Podcast. I'm Brandon.
I'm Blakely.
And this is a special video. Kind of like me, it's special. This is all the news, I would say almost news now, not even rumors anymore, of WWE 2K25. And I will tell you this is the most excited I've been about a wrestling game in a long time. Mostly because I'm back more into wrestling. I don't know about you. I know you're not back into it, but I don't know how excited you are on the level.
Oh, I'm excited. But it's just a hard, troubling time for me because there's two games coming out at both times.
What's that?
MLB The Show 25 comes out like a week later.
Nobody plays MLB anymore for more than a month. I mean, that's almost true. What? I have not played a sports game that I've enjoyed all the way through other than basketball for a long time. Football is just, it gets, I don't know, I'm too random when it comes to sports. Anyway, WWE 2K25 will be out March the 14th, 2025, unless pre-ordered.
So you get it 7 days early.
If you pre-order, I don't remember if it's all editions.
It's the Dead Man edition or the Bloodline edition.
Then you get to play a week early, March the 7th.
Which I'll be playing at March the 7th.
Now, there is a new, it's not really a new mode, but it's showcase mode with a twist. It's the Bloodline and Samoan Dynasty. So this year's 2K showcase I can't even read, bro. I'm not used to reading, usually it's off the cuff. We'll focus on the Bloodline, the dominant Samoan wrestling family dynasty. So it's going to be hosted by Paul Heyman, who I would consider the greatest manager of all time, possibly.
He's got deep ties to the Samoan.
Yes, not just Roman.
Mm-hmm.
But this mode will feature wrestlers past and present, including our tribal chief, the final boss, The Rock, Yokozuna, and Jacob Fatu is what they call him.
Fatu.
Yeah, but it's Fatu. They call him Fatu sometimes. Did you not catch that sometimes?
No.
But players can expect to relive classic matches, rewrite history, and even participate in dream matches that never happened in real life. Could you imagine Yokozuna versus Jacob Fatu?
No.
That'd be crazy. Okay, so do you have any thoughts on that? Anything like jumps out?
I'm just glad that they're not doing switching their live scenes.
Oh, back and forth, yeah.
It's actually going to be straightforward.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've hated showcase mode forever. And I just don't like the style. I've never been big on the style. Now, I've not done the WrestleMania one from last year.
It's the same way.
But some of the stories in the showcase, I'm like, I don't care. Like, the WrestleMania actually seems cool. But, like, some of them have been, I don't care. Next up, there are new features and game modes coming. It's set to introduce several new features and game modes to enhance the player experience. One of them is open world mode, which sounds really good, but it's supposed to be similar to NBA 2K's The City, which I don't do a lot in it just because it's annoying. I kind of don't like it. But I don't feel like it's going to be like that. And
just for the two editions, like if you get the regular, I don't think you can.
No, from what I understand, it's in all of it. It's in all of them. I just don't know how. I don't know how I feel about full online with it. But I understand it. Like I've never been big on the wrestling games playing against other people online. It's like that with almost every sport game for me. I'm just not into it. But I do like this. But it will feature an open world environment for players to explore. So, like, going from city to city, I think that could be cool if that's the way it works. Like, say...
Or is it like a special, like, city, like a Samoan city, I think you get?
See, I'm not 100% sure because, on NBA 2K, it's like it's an actual city set up with different buildings, but a lot you can't go into. They have the park you can go play at. You have the Coliseum, the beach little area. So, I mean, there's that. But when I think wrestling, I'm thinking, like you would see on... Like the old, was it SmackDown vs. Raw, where it showed the little dots going from, when you're in the middle of the campaign type. If it was like that, that would be cool, because then you get to that city. I know you couldn't do every city, but if they do the major cities like, Vegas, Indianapolis, the places that they've had the more of the PLEs at, I think it'd be fine. And then you have that little bit of city interaction. That's going to be something that is like hit and miss for me. The second thing is the Bloodline Showcase that we talked about. And then there's new match types. Details are kind of like hidden, are not fully been revealed, which news is constantly coming out. This is like all this has hit in the past like 3 days, maybe less than a week. But fans can expect new and exciting type matches. One of them, which I don't seem to have here, one of them I've saw is the intergender style matches was one.
Bloodline rules match.
Bloodline rules match. There was one more that we don't get a lot of that's more newer. You'll also be able to, it's not really match mode, but more dives off of like the barricades and stuff like that. They're doing more of that. I can't remember what the other match was, other than Bloodline, but it's something newer. I can't remember what it is. That's pretty much on that. Is there anything else that you know of on that? Yeah. Now, the roster stuff I have here is real and some's rumored, but most of it I think has been confirmed at this point. I'll just go over them real quick. Some of them obvious: Austin Theory, Batista, Bayley, Becky. Which Becky kind of surprised me on this list because of like the current state right now. The fact that she's listed but we haven't saw her. There's weird little stuff like that for me. You have Bianca, Booker T. The next one surprised me was Bret Hart. I was a little surprised by that. Just because of is he even signed to Legends right now?
Yeah, he's signed with Legends.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was back with them or not. Braun Breaker, Carlito. It's gonna be nice seeing Carlito. Even though he was DLC in this one, he's gonna be actually non-DLC. He'll be straight on it. Carmelo Hayes, Chelsea. I'm not gonna try to ring announce her.
Chelsea Green.
China. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, DDP, which I'm happy about that. Which he was DLC, I think, as well. Or was he? I think he was DLC. I can't remember. Drew McIntyre, Dominique, Ethan Page will be in there, which is good. I like that. Grayson Waller, Gunther, JC Jane, Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, Jimmy, John Cena, Kalani Jordan will be in there. For some reason, this has Ken Owens. I don't know if Ken Owens. Maybe that's Kevin's brother. I don't know. That's his alter ego when he plays Street Fighter. It's Ken Owens. We have LA Knight or La Knight. We have Lita, which is going to be good to see. Liv Morgan, Lola Vice, Maxine Dupree. It is 2 X's. Autocorrect on my phone had 1 X. I'm just saying. Michin, Natalia, Naya, Obi Fema, which is good. I'm glad that Obi is going to be on there. Paul Heyman, manager. I saw somewhere somebody had it in, as manager. I was like, yeah, he doesn't wrestle. Why would you think it was anything other than that? R-Truth, Randy Orton, Raquel, Ray, Rhea. I was surprised to see RVD.
He was in the last game.
But wasn't he DLC?
No.
I think he was DLC.
He might have been.
By the time I started doing the DLC, it was already like, some of that the game was free. You have Roman, Roxanne, Sammy, Seth, freaking Rollins, and then Seth Rollins 22 Shield.
Wouldn't that be WrestleMania Night 1 Shield?
That was Kurt joined them, wasn't it, during that?
WrestleMania Night 1?
I was thinking Kurt was in part of that.
That was WrestleMania Night 2, but either way, it's Shield.
Shayna, Sheamus, Solo, Stone Cold, Tama, which was not in the game at all until the DLC, the Bloodline. There was...
No, he wasn't in the
game. No, I picked him. I forgot. I got a creative. Yeah. The Miz, The Rock, Thea Hale, Tiffany Tongaloa. That doesn't look like that's how that should be spelled. His first time. Trick, Trish, Ultimate Warrior, Umaga, which I believe he was he DLC?
No.
it's hard to remember who was DLC and who wasn't. Undertaker. That is now there are some more coming.
There's over 300.
I saw where there were some where people were like, "Well, this name was mentioned. This name wasn't mentioned." Most of this, people don't realize this game started getting worked on months and months ago. So some people, names. But some people will not be in it. There's always somebody left off, depending on when they joined in it. And some they leave off for DLC. I mean, it's on purpose. But a pre-order bonus, no matter what edition, regular, standard, Undertaker, or I should say Dead Man is what it's really called, or the Bloodline edition, all of these are pre-order bonus. Dexter Lumis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Nikki Cross, and Uncle Howdy. So the White Six, no matter what, are pre-order bonus.
I wonder if we'll get a Bo Dallas.
I don't know. I really don't. I'm not sure. It could be one of his attires. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do that. But I do know, and this is for a fact, this was just announced, I think within the past day or two, the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, could potentially headline the first DLC for the Season Pass. So, which is good. They got to have somebody. That's always been a thing. And that we know that there will be a Dead Man edition and Bloodline edition. I just have no clue what prices are.
$100 for the Dead Man and $120 for the Bloodline edition.
And pre-orders started on the 28th of January. Already started. They just started.
So use your tax money to use it.
I'm more than likely going. I know I'm going to pre-order. I've never been big on the different editions. Don't get me wrong, I've done it for certain games, but it depends on what I'm getting. To me, just the White Six is going to be great in the list that they've already got out. It depends on what comes in the Dead Man, and like if the Season Pass is thrown in with them, I won't have a problem. It all goes back to how they do it. Like I think some of the stuff you can only get early access in. Like I think you can buy it outside of it, but it'll probably be later. Like Bloodline, I think there's a couple stuff in the Bloodline edition you cannot get except in Bloodline edition. But I don't really know what it is. They haven't really released some of that as far as I know.
They have. You can look on the PlayStation Store or Xbox Store.
Right. I'm not big on digital, especially if I'm buying those other bigger editions. I want the case because usually the case looks cool. I know the Dead Man case I saw for that, or the picture, and it looks really cool. I would love to see that as like a hard case. But I also haven't pre-ordered a game in like a year. I guess I should say in my hand, I haven't ordered. I pre-ordered a couple online, but I haven't actually had a physical copy of a pre-order in a long time. I just love having the physical copy of a game. But that's just an old school thing with me. If I would have to say right now, if there's an edition I get that's non-standard, it would be Bloodline.
Same.
I love the Undertaker, but that's not enough to pull me into getting the Dead Man version. And I would have to actually look. I want to actually look. I'll probably look at it in the next couple of days on the difference in the editions. I know standard is usually just base game. That's it. You might get a couple perks if you pre-order. Like obviously everybody's getting White 6, but you might get like extra coins. Some games do that if you get just the standard. But I'll have to just figure out if I want to spend that much. I know I plan on putting a lot of content out using it, and I'm gonna be on it like day one. So the problem is when you pre-order physical, if you do physical copy, you have to wait for it in the mail. You're not getting it day one. I don't care what anybody says, unless you go pick it up. But it also depends on the size of the game, because right now I got stuff going on. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. To me, WWE 2K24 was good. I would like to see some additions. My GM is going to have an online aspect where you will be able to play friends and challenge friends. I don't know if it's online only. That's what I'm a little worried about.
I don't think they're gonna make it just online.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate playing against real people in anything. Even though I do play online games. Now, among friends like me and you, I think it would be great because then, that way we don't have to like meet and share a console. We can actually plan it out more better, I think.
Use our own controller.
Our own headset. We can do whatever we want. It's a lot easier. I love my G. I actually really enjoy it. I hate faction. I don't know anybody that likes my faction.
No, I don't know if anybody.
I don't even see the point of it. It's like my team, but wrestling, but worse.
Yeah, at least my team and stuff like that's actually fun.
There's
my
a lot to
faction's
do.
not.
The showcase with it being Bloodline and Samoan, I'm probably definitely hitting that.
It's a lot.
And I usually do not play showcase. Like I said, I just don't like it. They're even tweaking Universe. It's going to be more, the way I understood it, more in depth to where we get a lot more maneuverability in it.
They're coming back with promos, which is good.
Because there's like two versions of even Universe mode, I think, the past couple of years, where you focus on one character or you can focus on the overall of it. But I think this is way more booking decisions, I think, than previous. Like my GM, but Universe. Where you can book it, but then Universe carries it type is the way I feel, But the intergender match, you'll be able to use custom created, or current superstars. So, and I don't know anybody who doesn't at least create one superstar. So, I always create one. It's like the first thing I do on any created game, except basketball. Basketball is not really that great. Usually my career in basketball is just not fun. It gets old fast.
Too many games.
Yeah. I don't really like the simming experience in it. But yeah, tell us what you think. Are you going to pick up WWE 2K25? This was not a sponsored video at all.
Wish it was.
It would be nice. I got mine from anywhere from TikTok to articles on MSN.
Then we would have been at the Rumble.
Stuff like that. I will say, WWE, if you ever want to invite us to try this game out, I'd be happy to play alongside Xavier and BDE and Chris Danger. I don't know the rest of them.
The whole crew.
I still can't figure out why they invited Tim the Tap Man to... I mean, I know he was, massive streamer at the time, but I don't even know if he knows what wrestling is.
There's no telling.
I know it's a money thing why they invite, and do that, but dude, I should have put us in its place.
I don't think we were doing it at the time.
I mean, I haven't done wrestling is hard for me to do, just because by the time I usually get the games, it's like everybody's already played everything. I do like doing my rise, but I do my rise offline just to have fun with it. I don't put as much effort as other people into it. Universe mode is kind of my favorite. Especially what I did, or I tried doing on my channel. I like doing it. But yeah, I am excited. The game ain't came out, and I already give it like a 4 out of 5, just because I love the news on it. Well, they gave us news. I don't feel like we've gotten this much in the past before. Maybe I didn't try in the past, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like this showcase mode is what was needed, and the special edition has Roman on it.
Yeah, our tribal chief.
I have not saw the picture for the Bloodline edition.
It's like Roman with the head of a tree, and then with Root going around different wrestlers, like of the Samoan Dynasty and Sami Zayn.
But that didn't sound that great. Dead Man sounds like the best cover edition.
I'll show you it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look it up here in a little bit, but tell us what you thought, what you think of the game, if you're gonna pick it up, what you would like to see it happen in it. But yeah, until next time, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace.